Hey, I'm Kat, this is Kazara Digital, and let's go do something awesome. I'm going to start today's video with an apology because I haven't uploaded in 3 weeks, and that sucks, but that ends now. So I hope you enjoy Ahsoka's Spats. So I've already made a set of spats. Here's my old spat, but it kinda sucks, so I'm fixing the patterns I had from my old spats, and then I can move on to using the leather. So right now I'm pulling out my leather to trace my pattern onto. This piece of leather is, I think, a double shoulder, and I'm somewhere between 7 and 10 ounces. That's good for this because it's a prop, but if you needed actual armor, I might go a little higher. That said, I don't know all that much about leather. This is sort of a noob's guide to working with leather. I'm sure there are people who know much more about this than I do. Okay, so I've got this all laid out, and I've used just an assortment of workshop things to weigh it down, and I'm tracing it out with just a ballpoint pen. I'm gonna cut this out to make a smaller chunk of leather to work with, just to make it easier. I've got both of my spats all cut out and ready to go, so the next thing I need to do is punch holes for where the closures are going to be. Now I'm going to start punching the holes here first, and then I'll put them over here after I've got them in here. Right now I'm cutting holes in the leather for these stud buttons to go into so the spats will close. Right now I'm wearing my pants, my boots, and my spats for Ahsoka, and I'm making sure they fit, which they do, and I am marking off the areas that need to be trimmed. I've got all my supplies, and the next thing to do on these boot spats is to burnish the edges, which finishes the edges, the same way in sewing you would roll them over, or in foam smithing you would just sand them. The first step of burnishing is to peel off the edges with this beveler tool thingy. So I've finished beveling all the edges of my leather, so the next thing to do is the actual burnishing. So I will wet the edges with water, and then I will do the burnishing with my Dremel. Then I will come back and do it again with edge tag, just helps with the beveling. I will do it again with my Dremel, and then once more with a hand burnishing stick. Okay, so I've got my spats here and this tub of water here, and the spats are all done being burnished. I might need to go back and fix it later, but it's pretty good for now. So I'm gonna put the screws back in here, and I'm going to dunk these in here and put them on my legs, and hopefully they should take the shape. my spat all submerged in here, and I'm gonna put it on my leg, and it's gonna be miserable because soggy wet leather. So I've got the spats on here, and this is pretty miserable because I'm wearing wet soggy leather on my legs, but this should be a mildly efficient way to form it to said legs. This is the water that I wet molded these in, and now it's super nasty. So it's been less than 24 hours since I wet molded these, and they're still a little damp, but I'm going to keep going because I'm sort of pressed for time. So I'm sort of going to do the last 3 steps again. So I'm going to punch new holes, I'm going to trim the leather again, and I'm going to clean up the burnishing. So let's get to it. So the boot spats are sitting in front of a fan, getting the last bits of moisture out of them, but for now I've got these clips here that will go on the boots, and these are resin cold cast, but I just need to clean them up before I can glue them onto the boots. So pretty much the last thing for me to do on these spats is to take these clips and glue them on where they belong. Now I'm going to be using some contact cement because that's a really great glue. It's good for leather. It's pretty alright for plastic. So I'm just going to glue all 10 of these on. After that, the only thing left to do is clear coat it. Editor's note. The contact cement wasn't actually the best choice. After not too long, all of the buckles fell off, or most all of them, so instead I glued them back on with E6000. Much better, the buckles have stayed on very well, and also you can skip the clear coat on the leather because the clear coat might not actually be as flexible as the leather paint, so just something to keep in mind. So the spats are done. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. And that's it. Until the next one.